What is up, Yinzers, and welcome to episode 2 of the Yinzer Sideline Show. And let me tell you, we have a ton to unpack, whether it be Aaron Rodgers slinging it for 4 touchdowns, Jalen Ramsey closing the door on a comeback, and all I can say is get ready to tune in because we have a great episode coming for you. All right, what is up, Yinzers? Welcome back, welcome. Go ahead, you want to tell us where you guys are at?
Yep,
Checking in from the beach, Kill Devil Hills.
North Carolina.
Just had a wedding yesterday for our cousin. We're not letting the fans down this year. We're making our promise.
How's your guys' trip so far?
It's going good.
Not too bad. Weather's decent. Rain in the forecast. Not allowed in water on the beach, but
So
we're making the most of it.
The first Steelers game in North Carolina, then, is that where you guys were at the time, or were you guys home?
No,
we're in the beach.
The vibes were
have
unreal.
a movie theater here. We're in a movie theater.
That's good.
Big sweat.
So let's get right into it because I mean there's so much to unpack about this game in such a short amount of time. Aaron Rodgers, let's just go right with the QB. Aaron Rodgers looked absolutely unbelievable, if I say so myself. Do you guys have any thoughts on that from week 1, or what you saw out of A-Rod, and what's your guys' thoughts with him right there to start?
I thought he played a great game.
Yeah,
we talked about earlier, he managed the ball like he always does in his career.
We got the stats pulled up here. Aaron Rodgers, 22-30 for 244, 4 passing touchdowns, and 0 turnovers.
So what I was going to say, just unbelievable. Like, you look at that 4 touchdown stat right there. Even though, it's Rodgers and he's a 4-time MVP, those 4 touchdown passes were amazing. And I feel like he just felt like back to being old Rodgy as some call him.
I love the 4 touchdown stat line, but the one I'm in love with is the 0 interceptions. He plays no preseason games, fresh team, and he comes in and just clicks on offense. I mean, there's some hiccups with the offensive line, but you can't even complain about his game. I mean, you come in, fresh team, great start of the year, we're 1-0.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about it is, you sign a vet like him, and truthfully, Tomlin probably expects that in him, just in terms of taking care of the football, but expecting it and then going out and doing it against one of the top defenses in the NFL, in my opinion, is another thing. And I mean, holy heck, like 34-32. Like, we were in an absolute shootout. And when's the last time the Steelers won a game in a shootout?
I mean, Wizard of Oz. I mean,
honestly,
the amount of games he wins for us.
Nobody would have thought they would have been giving up 30-plus points to the New York Jets.
No. And that's
off to Justin Fields. He played an amazing game. I didn't ever expect to see that coming in. For the same reason we had Aaron Rodgers coming into a new team, you had Justin Fields coming in, and he performed well over the expectation of week 1.
As a Steelers fan, like, there was so many highs and lows in that game. Like one, you see how do you feel about the simple fact of seeing Justin Fields perform that well, and you could have had him on your team, and he's 25 years old.
It makes you think about like what we could have had for our future as a team, having him as our quarterback this year.
The only thing I can say about it is they had 182 team rushing yards. Like they made everything based off their run, which opened up the pass for Justin Fields, which made it 100 times easier for him. I mean, like, our defensive line was getting kind of bullied out there. I mean, they were getting 5 yards a pop, and that just freed up Justin Fields. So that's like a big thing we got to start looking into is how's our defensive line going to match up with, I mean, we got Seattle next. So
I don't understand, like, whenever we play the Ravens, like, TJ or Highsmith, they're always keyed on Lamar. I was just surprised that, like, our defensive scheme wasn't kind of planned towards that, where you've seen a couple of times TJ was taking no shots on Fields, even though he was handing the ball off, but I feel like somebody should have been sitting there the whole game eyeing him up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, getting into that, we'll get back into, like, the offense and defensive line. like Zach, you basically hit it, nail on. Is like that's gonna be definitely a high and a low for us. I feel like is offense and defensive line for sure. And the scary thing is, I think Rodgers took too many hits, you know, to start
Oh, for
week
sure. I was
in week
cringing
one.
that first play on offense.
Yeah, like I mean, Broderick Jones is horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
was
definitely got to work on with that. I mean, you got to give respect to the Jets D line because they are a great group, but at the same time, though, our offensive line should not be just letting those free rushers come in.
First play of the game wasn't in a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I did notice in the second half we were talking about our defensive line. I did notice they were switching T.J. Watt to the running back side to play that read option.
Yeah.
Kind of kept Justin Fields a little like he wasn't running the ball as much.
One thing I noticed too a lot, Cam Hayward on the ground a lot. I just feel like him with his holdout, I think that hurt him a lot. He wasn't practicing during training camp. I don't think he was in the best of shape, honestly, going out there for week one.
No, it definitely hurt him. It definitely hurt him for sure. And a stat that I saw is Breece Hall rushed 19 times, and all 19 of those rushes were away from T.J. Watt's side. Every time. So, I mean, you got to think that was designed.
Yeah. During the game they were talking about last year, like, if you ran the ball towards T.J. Watt,
they were averaging 2 yards or something.
2 yards a carry, which was the best defensively in the whole NFL.
Yeah.
Teams are going to see that and not want to run at TJ.
Yeah.
So,
and then away from TJ,
at that time,
they were getting like 6 yards a carry.
Highsmith needs to step it up.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Highsmith, Hayward. It was a rough outing.
Another thing, Justin Fields is a really good athlete, and Queen, you've seen so many times Queen's there, Fields just completely outruns him.
Yeah, that's just athleticism. Yeah, that's the thing I don't want to do is panic about defense.
Him in the league. Yeah.
Our offense looks sharp, though. I think pretty well.
Our run game was not good.
Yeah. What is up with Kenneth Gainwell?
Listen, here's what I'm going to say. The Pittsburgh Steelers treated Kenneth Gainwell like he was the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. And I don't know who in God's green earth decided that we would put Kenneth Gainwell on a pedestal, but I hate to say it, but they don't know ball. It's horrible.
Caleb Johnson get?
It was absolutely horrible.
You draft him. And how many carries did he have?
He had one.
This is the
year. For a negative
this is the year you're supposed to see Jalen Warren break out, and you're playing Kenneth Gainwell like he's Saquon Barkley Jr.
So last year we used Jalen Warren as like our third down receiving back. Why now that we bring in Kenneth Gainwell, why do we take Jalen Warren away from the receiving? That's where he shined.
You're not going to play Jalen Warren all 3 downs. Jalen Warren's not a 3 down.
I understand, but they were rotating them per drive.
Jalen, yes.
Kenneth Gainwell went. He was in the whole drive. And I don't understand that whatsoever. Like, Jalen Warren should be our RB1, and we should throw Kenneth Gainwell in certain packages, and we'd be fine. Like, we can't just rock with one running back. If we're going to go, like, a 1-2 duo, then, we got to split it up, like, mid-drive. Like, throw him in a couple plays, and then give him a break, bring in Gainwell.
If you're going to rock with one running back, it needs to be Jalen Warren. If you are, I easily think we have a nice 1-2 punch, but regardless, our offense moves the ball so much better with Jalen Warren. It was the same way last year because Jalen Warren just has a nonstop motor. He runs in between the tackles. He has a great vision, and he's a good receiving threat. Like, he needs to be the guy you go to.
I don't think you have many. I think he only had one catch.
I think he only had one target.
He had 2 catches for 22 yards.
Yeah. 2 catches for 20 yards. You need to see more of that.
Yeah. And the one catch was a touchdown. So, I mean, you got to play to your strengths. Like, I even think this, too. I think Jalen Warren's a better blocking running back than Kenneth Gainwell.
He is. Sure.
Like, especially in pass pro.
He led our team in carries and yards, but for him to only get 11 carries in one game, I mean, that's
not what we need. We need an established run game to open up Aaron
The
Rodgers.
fact too that Aaron Rodgers is having so much success with the play action too, with not having a great run game, was great to see as well. You guys, both of the two touchdowns, the one to Calvin Austin and the other one to Ben Skronik, both play action fakes, and you seen them safeties coming up, and there he was hitting them right over the top.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can all sit here and agree on the fact that we're very happy with the way Aaron Rodgers looked in week 1. I'm very happy with the way DK Metcalf looked in week 1. I think that's just the difference. He's probably the best receiver that we've had on our team since Antonio Brown.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And he could have had a better performance too. He had 2 drops.
Yeah.
He could have well over 100 yards receiving.
Yeah. Sauce followed him around. I think Sauce did a great job defensively.
And what you've seen out of DK too is
I think we officially have our wide receiver 2 now in Calvin Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm happy with the way Calvin Austin played.
Trade.
Yeah.
I can see us going out and getting a trade for another receiver by the end of the year. I just have a feeling.
I don't know. I mean,
don't be surprised if you start hearing things about the Steelers going for Tyreek Hill.
I would be all for it. If they're going all in, I wouldn't hate it as long as it's like a mid-round pick. Like I remember when the Steelers traded Antonio Brown, and I think they gave up like or they ended up only getting like a 3rd or 4th rounder when they traded him to the Raiders or something. Like I would be okay with that, especially for next year's draft when we have so much draft capital. I would be okay with that. I think Jonnu Smith looked good.
Johnny Smith looked great. The 12-man personnel was looking good for our offense.
Yeah.
I knew we were gonna see that a lot, and it worked out good.
Offensively, I think our biggest flaw is our left tackle, and it needs addressed. It's been years since we've had a solid left tackle. I'm going on the record to say I think Broderick Jones is an absolute bust of a 1st-round pick. He was a right tackle. He's a left tackle. I just think he's a bust, and it's just me being completely truthful. I think we need to give our backup left tackle, whoever it is, a chance. I'm pretty sure he's a Pro Bowl, a former Pro Bowler, but I really do think they need to give him a chance because Broderick Jones is horrible. There's no sugarcoating it at all.
Talafanu, he played good on the right tackle. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure he played left tackle in college. I mean, what would be wrong with switching him? I mean, it could be something they look at, or if they like Troy at right and they give the backup a shot, I mean, we might see that. But
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think left tackle, I mean, especially with Aaron Rodgers back there, highest paying lineman should be the left tackle. You got the blind side.
They need to address that immediately before Rodgers ends up in a freaking cart by week 4. Like seriously, because that's
every time you see Rodgers is on the ground, the first one there with his who's turned around watching Rodgers laying on the ground, it's always Broderick Jones.
Yeah,
every time.
And it makes me so angry. Like, just do your job. But I mean, I get it. It's not easy. But then if we're trying to win a Super Bowl, he isn't the guy to have a left tackle. So offensively, that needs figured out. Moving on to special teams. Moving on to special teams.
Our kickoff team was a little shaky there, giving up a good bit of return yards, but
that's expected with the new format.
Gainwell got that turnover. He forced that fumble, which was a huge.
Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell did one thing right, so just keep him on special teams only. Special teams, special plays. And I think we found out, didn't Tomlin say that our kicker is a serial killer?
He sure did. 60-yarder career long.
He is a serial killer. Holy hell.
That's a new career long for him.
Just pay him whatever he wants. That's what everyone says. He's the least paid kicker in our division. Now that all the kickers got new deals,
he would be our team MVP every year.
Yeah. So I mean, truthfully, get him a new deal. Whatever he wants, give him a blank contract, because how many games does he win us every year? Truthfully,
a lot.
He wins us so many games every year. Did you guys see? They talk about this story all the time with Boswell when he first became a Steeler. And he was kicking during practice. Like, didn't James Harrison tell him something along the lines of, like, if you don't make this kick, you will wash my back after practice or something?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's why he's so good. He didn't want to
Yeah,
throw
and
that back.
James Harrison said he would throw Boswell just across the room if he missed kicks or wash his back in the shower after practice. I mean, shit, I'd want to make kicks too if I had James Harrison telling me that as my first year being a Steeler.
Yep. So
All right, now
in
let's
general, I think we all think Steelers played pretty decent. Not
yeah.
too much to complain about other than topics we hit, but I mean,
It's definitely not
week
up
one
to the
walking away with a
standard
win
for sure.
Yeah. Real quick, let's recap a tiny bit of defense. And just injury wise, like obviously it was a different look out there without Minka. And we ended up losing Deshaun Elliott in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, of the game. And that leads to the big news today. As of a couple hours ago, the Steelers just went and signed Jabril Peppers, which is hopefully a huge pickup because now we just found out that Elliott's only day-to-day with an MCL injury. So imagine those two guys playing together in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
And then you still got Jalen Ramsey too, who we've seen a lot playing at the safety, coming down into the box. He was all over the place on Sunday.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, that's just what, like, we have not seen Minka make those kind of plays for us in probably 3 years. And now Ramsey comes in. Yeah, Ramsey comes in and makes plays like that after week 1.
Yeah. And another thing too, Joey Porter Jr. got hurt. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, if he's going to be out for a little bit or not.
I think they said he had a hamstring injury.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you got
Our D line just needed to pick it up. Giving up those rush yards is definitely not great at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Overall, we'll wrap up week 1 and say that's a much needed win, right? Aaron Rodgers said it best. It feels good to beat everybody associated with the Jets. And it also feels better. You guys know this as former players and coaches. It's better to watch film and dissect film after a win, as opposed to watching a game like that and end up on the losing end of it. So that's always good.
Especially with it being that close of a game, that one would have just sucked to lose week 1. When, I mean, I feel like that the turnover on special teams, that completely switched the whole entire game. I think once that happened and we came out and scored quick again, I think from there I was pretty comfortable saying that we were going to win that game.
That's why they say it takes all 3 phases to win a game. And like big swings like that, like those are what wins and ultimately loses you games.
Yep. I mean, I think we played a pretty decent game all around, and I mean, no better feeling coming out week 1, 1-0.
It definitely it would have been a big singer if we would have came out of that with a loss.
The talk would have been about, oh my gosh, the Steelers got rid of Justin Fields and he just destroyed them in week 1. That would have been the talk if we would have lost that game. And our defense is $160 million to get carved up by Justin Fields. That's what the talk would have been. So
now we got Seattle coming in. Are we in Seattle?
It's our home opener.
No. Home opener, baby. Home opener.
Seattle coming into the Berg.
Yeah, DK Metcalf revenge game. So that'll be exciting.
Caught a little bit of their game over the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Kenneth Gainwell on my fantasy team, and he did not perform whatsoever.
Kenneth Walker,
my bad. But yeah.
A lot of the success we've seen out of the 49ers in that game, though, was throwing passes to the running back, Christian McCaffrey, and 9 catches out of the backfield. So that's something that I'm sure the Steelers were watching, and I think you're going to see a lot of screen plays to Warren. You're going to see some screens to the tight ends again, trying to get Johnny Smith the ball. I think we'll have success with that. The play action will always be there for Rodgers.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers should succeed and get this win against Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm all for. I think the Steelers are favored at home, obviously, so I think that'll be, a good. I think this is going to be a great game for us. I think our defense bounces back tremendously this week. I think we see our defense create a little bit more pressure.
Yeah.
Seattle's got another defensive line there who's not one to shy away from. They have some studs over there. Leonard Williams, I believe, they're on their D line. So
once again, our interior offensive line, they're going to have their work cut out for them, and hopefully they can keep Rodgers upright, keep him clean, and there should be no reason why Steelers can't come out with a win.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. For sure. Will you guys be home on Sunday or no?
Yeah, we'll be home.
Yep.
We might have to get something cooking for that game.
We can go down. We can head down, catch some tailgaters, get some questions going, see what their thoughts are about week 1, and get some footage out for everybody.
I was gonna say, Chase said it wouldn't be too hard for us to go ahead and get like one of those new mics and stuff, and then we could go ahead and like basically do some interviews right on the spot and whatnot, which I think that would be cool.
We'll go into the stadium if we want.
Yeah.
Whatever everybody wants to do. But yeah, we'll definitely get the content out there for everybody.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. Or even in the future, like if we all were able to get together and watch a game, like we could do like the live streams of it or whatnot. I think that would be pretty cool and interesting just to see, our instant reactions and our instant.
I think we got to try and get Rodgers Realm out here and maybe get him for an interview. See what his thoughts are. That'd be something.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so I think we got a good chance winning the home opener. I don't know about you guys.
Here's what the home opener looks like. Seahawks at Steelers. The spread's 3, favoring the Steelers. Over/under's 40.
3.
Spread's 3. Steelers are favored by 3. Over/under's 40 total points. And it's fixing to be a good game, which, I mean, they're saying Boswell's going to win us another game. We're going to win by 3.
I can see us winning that game. I would say a score prediction for that game, 27-20 Steelers.
27-20. I think I'm going to go 28-21 Steelers. I don't know if we'll see.
You ain't going to see a Boswell field goal?
I don't think. I think we're going to get some good touchdowns out there. I think we're going to see Jalen Warren rush one in.
I think I'm going to go with 31 to I'm going to say 31-17. I think our defense has a great comeback game. It would really surprise me if the Seahawks score more than 20 points this week. I think the Seahawks have a great game. A guy that I like to see get into the end zone is I would definitely like to see.
I would like to see Raymond Wilson get the ball. Did he even have a target on Sunday?
He barely played. He got in, but he barely played.
Right.
Obviously the narrative. You want to bet on DK Metcalf for this game, honestly, in his revenge game.
He looked great. His receiving yards was good for our goat whale.
And the thing about him is he's a yak guy. As for those of you who don't know, yak, yards after the catch, and that's what he always has specialized in, is yards after the catch.
That's what his biggest play was he caught that screen and then he just ran right around that corner on Sunday and took it for 30 yards,
35 yards or something.
Yep. So he's a guy that I think I'd want to bet on to score. And I saw this. Obviously, they say Aaron Rodgers is an absolute prick, so they say he'd force feed DK Metcalf all day, just to rub it in his opponent's face, in Seattle's face.
I mean, Rodgers was tossing the ball around. I think he threw the ball to 7 different receivers. So it's not like, one guy the whole drive, you know what I mean? Like Aaron Rodgers is working that ball. I think.
Listen, give me DK for 10 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown on Sunday.
I'd love to see it.
Book it now.
That's what we want to see out of him.
You want to know my crazy take?
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna take for sure Darnell Washington to score a touchdown this week.
Darnell.
You didn't see much of him on Sunday.
No, you saw a little bit in that 12 personnel.
I don't think you're going to see much of him running off for passes anymore. Whenever you got John and Pat Fryerman.
Listen, here's what I'm going to see. Here, I
already
saw
he's a goal line threat. He's a goal line threat. Don't get me wrong.
And that's what I see it. I see a nice little play action with a naked bootleg and just Darnell just floating down the field, and it's just a nice little 6-yard touchdown catch. You watch and see. Watch and see.
It. Hopefully, we're in person watching it.
Yeah. Last thing before we get out of here, after week 1, do you like the Steelers' chances to win the Super Bowl realistically? now that we saw what we're capable of, or are you a little shied away now?
I think if our defense tightens up, I liked what I seen out of our offense that we can make a run.
Not gonna lie, watching that night game with Buffalo and the Ravens, we got those two teams, man. They're just something else. But our defense, if they can get it together and start coming together better as one, and just playing like that 08-09 D, then I don't see why we can't hang with them teams.
Yeah. Derek Harmon, if you're seeing this, we need you bad. We need you bad. Get back.
Cam
Get
Hayward,
back.
if you're seeing this, hopefully you're on a Peloton or out there on the track right now running. Please. Something.
And Broderick Jones.
We can't have you after every play huffing and puffing on the sidelines, then wanting to fight people.
Broderick Jones, if you're seeing this, hopefully you're cut by now.
Broderick. That extra $3 million though he wanted.
Hopefully Broderick's cut, and hopefully Kenneth Gainwell's demoted to 4th string running back.
Hey, keep on
if that even exists.
We'll see. Hopefully Jabril Peppers is back here returning now. Kick scores.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. I'm excited to see what happens in week 2. We got less than a minute left, so thank you, fellas, for getting on. I hate to bother you on vacation, but you know what we got to do for the fans, baby.
Hey, it's all for the.
Good enough. Sorry, they just cut out, but that's what we got for today. And Stairway to 7, baby. Let's get it. Deuces.